You know you're having fun when you when you say to yourself, man, I should probably stop. And then you don't. Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we had explored quite a bit of the Gilded Vale. We have a new companion in Aloth. And honestly, I kind of want to see... because Idir does have a portrait, and he's the only other character that I've seen that has one. But alas, he does not seem to be recruitable at the moment. Did I check out the windmill? I don't think I checked out the windmill. Let's go check out the windmill. Or hell, just any of these other places in general. Ooh, beer. I mean, I want... because I also want to go down to... where's Meduzit? And see about helping that lady. Hello. Ingrod. Ingrod. This woman and man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging sacks. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her face faltering a little bit.
Well met, friend.
Can I help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. You know this man, Nonton? I don't believe so. Was there something you wanted, stranger? It's the crimson-cloaked man! You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. We were packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and, well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. It's time for some new scenery. That cloak, I've seen it before. You've killed that man in the cave. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrod looks to Nonton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Nonton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hands. What will make you suggest such a thing? Stop! I have no patience for cowards and liars. Nonton flinches but meets your gaze. After a moment, he sets his jaw and nods. Fine, I confess it. I did it. Thought I would never leave that cave. Sand falls to his sword belt. I'd do it again. Nonton, wait! I don't know what you saw in that cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. Nonton, we met and I knew I had found someone special, someone kind who cared for me. Please, all we want to do is leave the place. I've started to start somewhere else. He looks down at the satchels. We've some coins saved up. You could have it. But only let us go. Oh, goody. Bringing spousal abuse into his... Cool. I mean, I don't think he'd take it to the magistrate. This is a... Balls. I kind of need a moment for moral quandary. Ah. I dang it. I kind of wish that this is where we would get some sort of sense motive check if we wanted to compare it to 3.5 D&D. But I suppose if they're being this forthright about it, and now I can't help but wonder if I go back after letting them go. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. Ogrode blinks, surprised. Then, thank you. Truly, I'm glad you understand. Only, here, take this at least. Hope it brings you luck. He looks to Nonton, smiling. We have a long journey ahead of us. I wish you well on your own travel, stranger. We won't forget this. Only I hope not. While exploring, having heard of Ingrid's side of things, I decided to let her and Anton leave Gilded Vale. Perhaps they can make a new life for themselves somewhere far from here. So is Vengeance from the Grave done? Looks like. Alright, so that paints a different picture. What we saw was a man basically take out the dude by the knee so as the bear was going to get him no matter what. What we didn't see was what he was like in life, being a shitty husband. Yeah. Gotta do the buried secrets, mother's plea. Might as well loot the place a bit. Already looted that. This bottle of Sunreed is half empty. Take the rest of it, you dope. Right. So what did you just grant me? Deflection plus 5. And boop. Yes, I'm going to give everything to Talos, basically, first and foremost. Okay. Talos is not a murder hobo. He very much hobo-y, sure. But honestly, I never really enjoyed the idea of playing him as a murderous individual. Paladin and all that fun stuff. Hello. That's actually a quick save this time. Whoa. The crowded marketplace, vendor stalls lining the road. Their proprietors' voices calling out to passerby to come sample their wares. This woman wanders through the throngs, strolling hand in hand with another woman. They peruse the vendor's goods, staring at a book merchant with a number of old and beautiful tomes, chatting with one another about what they see. One will pick up a book and show it to the other, who will take it, comment on it, and place it back on its shelf. Then the first will snatch up the book again and quickly pay the merchant before the other can snatch it back. They walk away from the merchant market weighed down by packs filled with books, still hand in hand, standing close, comfortable and familiar with one another. As they pass down to a somewhat deserted street, an object suddenly hits this woman in the chest and bounces off, rolling away toward one of the buildings. The women stop and look at the object, an apple. They back up at the person who threw it. There's nothing special about him aside from the angry look on his face and the two other apples he holds. Before either woman can move, the man draws back and throws another one at them, this time hitting the second woman in the forehead. He yells at them, something derisive and hateful, something about a legacy and about responsibilities. The woman raises her hand to her head and wipes the juice and bits of fruit from her face and stares the man down defiantly. The first woman squeezes her hand and puts the other on her companion's shoulder, attempting to calm her down. The other woman pulls a book from her pack and holds it before her, muttering under her breath. She pulls her hand free and waves it above the book, an aura forming around her. The first woman is still trying to calm her down, but all she says goes unheard. The man, uncaring of the events happening in front of him, draws back and throws the last apple. As it arcs through the air towards him, the second woman brings up her hand and points at the apple. A glowing orb of energy flies from her hand and strikes the apple, causing it to explode, raining bits of apple down on the road and buildings around them. The man's face changes, anger is joined by fear, looking like he's trying to decide if running or attacking is the better course of action. The second woman has started chanting again, her hand glowing, her eyes narrowing. This woman steps in front of her, placing herself between her love and their attacker. She touches her face, gently stroking it, while whispering calming words. A kiss. The woman's countenance changes. She calms, her eyes softening, her lips regaining the soft smile. The first woman smiles again as well and kisses the other. "Wizard scum," the man behind them says, and the two women turn to face him, staring him down defiantly. Joined hands begin walking again, moving past him without so much as a sideways glance. So many goddamn people. So many souls to look into. Wonder how much gold I would have gotten, though. Always one of those things where it's like, okay, I know I would have profited, but how much would I have profited? Ugh. Oh wait, isn't this one of those god dudes? Like based off of their horn? Like, don't get me wrong, I find these additional backstories for all these NPCs to be pretty damn cool. Oh good Lord. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. Muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards comes through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swainer. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. We'll be back, Trumbull, and we'll have our fair prices, or by the flame we'll have a reckoning. Well, I see someone's gone and pissed off someone else. I'm noticing that it is kind of a trend in this village. I suppose with the dude, lord, whatever their name is, being such a dick. It's not uncommon. Hi. The elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange wordy glances. Miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you hold your life. If you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anyone. Miller hesitates, then lowers the club. Wait, I know you. Just came into town, right? Don't tell me Swainer has already got his claws into you. Gods, that's all I need. Name's Talos. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale had all its shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now. Swainer thinks he's king of it all. They're all of them mad. What was that ruckus outside? Where to begin? Swainer's whipped them up into a froth going on about the grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with grain is I sell it. Can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale. The Swainer and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way into town, crops blighted. Most of what I'm getting is from the farmers. Gestures to the sacks and containers. It's gone off, rotted through. Can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swainer's howling about after things he has no right to. Oh. Damn it, I should have dropped a quick save. If you don't want those people in here with torches, maybe you ought to stop lying to me. He blinks, taken aback. I'm not... Look, it's no lie. The stores really are low. With so little grain going around, I had to raise the prices for some people. Damn it! There are folks in this town that deserve far better than Swainer and his lot. People have done more for Gilded Vale. Maybe I'll have a talk with Swainer then. The miller all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if he did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe if you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it, and we'll all have to make some sacrifices. We'll be in your debt if you do, if you can convince him. Hi. Father's a good man. He's always done right by the town. Sure, Father can explain better just what's done here. Probably could. I kind of like other perspectives with the key. What is my intellect? Damn it. 2 off, and I could have probably done something. I do like that it shows you that you could have done something, but it does not show you what it was. Because that can happen. That can kind of spoil things a little too much sometimes. Alright. Now to find the dude. Oh, they're probably back to the Black Hound. Excuse me. A snack before continuing today. I'm glad the villagers don't seem to mind that there were corpses in the middle of the road. Alright, Pasca. Drunkards. Oh boy. Hi, Swerner.
Gods keep you.
Don't know who you are and don't much care. Keep walking, we're not here to chat with foreigners. Careful, looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. Ugh, smells like it too. I saw you outside the mill. What was that about? Someone fancies himself a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's king of the town on account of he's got the mill to his name. It's about him barely giving us anything from the wheat for the wheat we bring him and then cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. About farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off of their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. Trumbull says you've been threatening his family. Oh, I bet he has. All nobility, that Trumbull. 2 big, strong kids. Purest soul in all of Gilded Vale. Coward sending out messengers to handle his business. But he can go and tell him we haven't had a solid meal in days on account of him, and we can't afford a good drink on account of him. We won't be bullied by some foreigner on account of him. What if I value you all around? Will you talk to me then? Winter considers it. Briefly. Looks to the others. Fair enough. Bring us something to wet our throats and might be I feel up to trading words. Let's get him the good stuff.
Hail and well met.
Like to buy around for the fine fellows over there. Fine fellows? You're having me on. Any more fighting and I'll have to ban Swainer from the inn entirely. Till then it's 6 copper pieces for the lot. Please, if I can just get them talking, I might be able to convince them to stop harassing the miller. Innkeeper studies you warily a moment and sighs. Well, that's all right then. Here, 3 drinks for the 3 fools. You get them off Tumbler's back, and maybe he'll be a little less stingy with his supplies. Beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer.
Hail and well met.
You again. What do you want now? Bought drinks. Hey, so you have. By the flame, never thought I'd be so happy for a mug of Blackhound shit beer. Gosh, that's good. Alright then, you got my attention. What is it you got to say that's worth a lot of rounds? Maybe you can tell me more about what's going on. Like I said, Miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that folks like Offra pay half what we do. Maybe we've been a bit rough with him, but what are we supposed to do? Can't keep paying. We're going to starve, and do you think Trumbull's going to be sorry about it when we do? I feel like this one here is gonna start a mob. Maybe I could go talk to Trumbull for you. Think you'd get through to him when we haven't? Hands thick as a peat bog. Here he has got his soul red, found his kin used to grow sun-red trees where they're Adrian lords, up until they figured out their side was losing. Explains why his knees still ache to bend to whatever lord or lass lady crosses his road. He'll be holed up in that mill for days, the coward. But here, if you want to give it a shot, then good luck. We'll owe you one if you manage it. You know what, though?
Hello.
I don't need the buff to be long. Might perception. What food do you have? Perception. It's probably foolish for me to hope that one of these is going to produce 2 intellect. Milk is constitution. Max endurance. Minor endurance and regeneration. Dang it. Actually, I wonder if I could... Because I've already used the skill... Or I've already used my resolve to get him to go to that point. Can I go back, use a loss instead, to use his intellect? This is my thinking process. Actually, I'm also wondering, Alas, do you have any spells that could help me at this exact moment? No, 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 no. Do not have... Oh, do you not have any second... Oh no, you do. They're just... not in the grimoire. I'm a little bit confused here. Wizards have the ability to learn a staggering number of spells, but they are always limited by the capacity of their grimoires. At any given time, a grimoire may only contain 4 spells of each level. Click on a spell on the right panel to remove it from the grimoire. Add spells to empty slots by clicking on the spell in the left panel. So if I remove slothfulness, does that mean I can add one of these ones? Or more cooldown active? Nope. Reload then. Well, here I was hoping. I guess the wizard is purely arcane artillery, as it were. Artillery, as you will, yes. If you will, rather. All right. I'm really hoping that this works.
Sure.
Rumble.
How may I help? Gods keep you.
Rumble nods a curt greeting. You're back. Have you had any luck with Sweener? I have more questions about this whole situation. What's to explain? Isn't very complicated. Rumble blinks. I'm not looking. It's no lie. Damn it. Ah, they're based off of the ones for your lead character, aren't they? Balls.
Greetings.
Balls. Would it be worth it would it be worth it to go back into and
sure.
retrain 2 levels of intellect for this? Alright. In my personal eye, this guy is the closest thing we have to a corporal at this moment, and fuck corpos.
Hail, traveler.
Spoke to Swinner. And what do you say? Says you're treating the farmers unfairly, raising prices and giving them rotten grain. Of course he does. He's been saying nothing else for days now. The man's delusional. If he wants grain, he'll have to pay for it. More result. Wait, I thought I had 16 might. What's going on here anyway? Where to begin? Swinner's whipped them up into a froth going on about grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. Yeah, we've gone through this part. Can't pay top prices. Seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. It's not. Look, Swinner's always been a rotten bastard. The store is so limited, maybe I save the good stuff for people who deserve it. Alfra, for instance. She's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? Do the villagers know about the grain supply? Some. The innkeeper, for instance. Better not to worry anymore. I'll be trading for supplies soon enough. Can just keep things calm until then. We'll be in the clear. Innkeeper? I wouldn't drink the ale, is all I'm saying. Hold up.
Hail, traveler.
Not yet. I'll be right back. Gonna have to ask the innkeeper. See what she says about this situation. Man, I'd love some random thing in my inventory to grant me 2 intellect for like 10 whole seconds. Or I could just leave this unresolved and go F off and do some of the other quests for a time. You know, theoretically. Maybe get a level up or 2. I have no clue whether or not those level ups are going to get me what I want, which would be like 2 points of intellect right now. Oh, the area of effect would have likely affected my aura too, huh? Alright. What I'm hoping to get from this innkeeper...
Good day to you.
...is some information. Right around... Mind...
Hail, traveler.
Balls. Alright, there's gotta be something else.
Good day, stranger.
I kinda wanna see if I can't look around the stores of his supplies. Just to see really quickly whether or not he actually does have any... if it's true about the additional green. Actually, wait. He was talking about the pregnant lady. Yofa? Whatever her name was. I'm terrible at knowing fantasy names off the top of my head. He says... Hey, Alfra.
Good day to you.
Hope Ragna agrees to help. Tell me about the village. Let me think. We're farmers mostly, but there are always been work and opportunity for people coming in from elsewhere. In the old days, at least, the Black Hammer Smithery has been here for a long time. That's Guatanu's place south of the mill. And then there's the Black Hound just south of here. I'll have to admit I don't go out much anymore. With that terrible tree out there, things aren't like what they used to be. Whose lands are these? The Raedric family has held title over these lands for generations. Their keep is northeast of here, past the Esternwood. I wouldn't go near, mind. He doesn't see visitors or petitioners, not these days. Some people say that, well, that there are some bad seeds in that line. A weaker soul, maybe that's why. Well, never mind. I'm sure Lord Raedric has his reasons. Balls. I was hoping to get a little bit more information out of her. I don't like the idea of Talos going to one party and just threatening violence on them just because of the information he's received. Link and Zolox use... Oh, wait. That's right, I vaguely remember reading about this, now that I think about it. Individuals that have the golden nameplate over them are backers that had got a certain level. Stash. I would like to craft Fleetfoot, minor regeneration, spirit shield, wizard's double. Not enough materials for those. I'll work against elements, iron skin. Of power. I'm gonna guess. Pretty much all these potions don't do what I was hoping for them to do. Darn it. Blood scrolls? Arrogance fear. Nature's mark, which is no. Damage. Hobble some dudes. Damn it. This feels like the only option I have is to just go over there and threaten them with violence. I don't necessarily want to do that. I would like to go over to him at first and be all like, hey, don't be a dick. But I think overall, what I'm going to do, I hate the idea of it. Let's resolve this with a little bit of resolve. Ah, that's what I did there.
Well met, friend.
Spoke to Swerner. Says he's been treating him unfairly. Wait, now the resolve is 18. Shit. Swerner's people are farmers. They gather that grain for you. They don't mind losing that grain when it was going into the drinks at the inn. They don't make like kind neighbors when they insult my son to go stumbling drunk through my own crops. Think they're the only ones that need to eat? Now the crops are too sick, or the crops are sick, the wind's too weak to get the windmill turning. Our village's children are born as empty shells. That's not my doing. This place is cursed, and Swerner and the others haven't done a thing to help the rest of us through the lean season. Is your self-righteousness worth losing your family over? Rumble opens his mouth to protest. His expression shifts into resignation well before he finally nods and speaks. You're right. I've been trying to plan for the future, but we're in danger here and now. Fine. Tell Swerner and the others that I've reconsidered. Provided he pays the same as everyone else, he's welcome to his fair share. Let's hope we can trade for supplies real soon, or we're all in a bad way. Freaking... See, one of the things I'm always terrible about when it comes to CRPGs and RPGs in general is that it's like, oh hey, if you go down this very particular path of talkie-talkie, then what do you know? You actually do the thing you were kind of planning on without the violence. Like, I get where he's getting at. Save it for a rainy day and all that fun shit. But he kind of hasn't looked around him very recently, because this is literally a rainy day. Imaha around, I thought that intellect and all that fun stuff was going to be the thing, but okay.
Good day, stranger.
What if I told you Trumbull's changed his mind about his grain prices? Worf looks up, blinking. What, you serious? He exchanges looks with his fellows, who grin hesitantly. The old man's listened to reason? About time. Told them he'd come around, but damn if he didn't take his time about it. Set a few coppers on the table. Here, buy yourself a drink, now that we can afford it. Goes for you too as well. Drinks on me. Aye. Experience. Convinced Trumbull that it was his best interest to deal fairly with Swerner and his lackeys. Swerner was pleased with the outcome and offered me a round at the inn as well as a small sum of gold. Alright. Wasn't exactly the outcome I was thinking about, but hey, you know, it's relatively fine. I'm a hero. Look at that. I'm a hero. Moderately good. Whew. Yeah, I won't lie. I am terrible when it comes to anything that's like, oh, this is going to be your disposition. or this is going to be your total answer. And it's like, I know I'm missing something else. That's why I was kind of fixated on trying to get the intellect up there. Wasn't going to happen, but hey, I was hopeful. But that was a relatively peaceful outcome, so I'm going to go ahead, save, and call an episode. When we return, I don't think that there's any other dudes and dudettes that we can currently get for the moment. So we're going to go down into that little temple down. Oh, do we want to do the temple or the bog first? I'm going to help the lady first, I think. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm loving playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.